seen the floods and devastation that's been going on down south. We're all aware of the storms which have hit parts of southern England and caused chaos over the past few weeks. Well, quite a lot of people in West Yorkshire have been helping those people affected to rebuild their lives. Let's speak to one of them. Dr. Aziz Hafiz is with me. He's from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association charity. And he joins me now.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you very much for coming in. And
Kamal Aftab.
Oh, Kamal Aftab. Sorry, I do.
Yeah, so I'm from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association.
You're right.
We went down to, along with the Vice President, Dr. Aziz Hafiz, who we mentioned, we went down to Boroughbridge with some other volunteers from around UK. We met with volunteers from our group from Leicester, Cardiff, and we went down to Somerset, Boroughbridge to help out.
Why did you feel the need to go down to south of England to help?
Yeah, well, Islam, basically, as a Muslim, Islam tells us that we must love everyone, and irrespective of background and their differences, to love God is automatically requires to love His creation. Given the recent floods and the harsh weather, we were able to demonstrate our ability to go and help out the love for the...
Sorry, could I just ask you to move forward a bit? It's okay.
We were able to help out, show our love and concern for our fellow Brits. We felt like we must stand together, shoulder to shoulder, and support our communities in times of need.
Now, when you got down there, what did you find? I mean, it looks terrible when you're just watching it on TV, and I know from past experiences, when you see something on TV and when you actually go and see the reality, it's completely different. It's so much worse.
It is. It was horrific. I mean, although it hasn't been classified as a natural disaster, the conditions were worse. When you're watching on television, like you said, you can't comprehend actually what it was like. The water level, you could hardly see the bridge. The water level was just touching under the bridge. That's how bad it was. And we just, when we first got out, and we were like, we were speechless.
Right. Okay.
That was our, we didn't
know what to say. So what were you expecting? I mean, you'd heard that there were floods and you'd seen them on the TV. So what were you expecting? Maybe a couple of feet of water?
Yeah, I mean, when we, certain areas when they showed, we thought, right, okay, a little bit of water, 30 centimetres at the most. But I mean, this was literally, you're probably talking like, you'd have to go out in your waders. So you're talking like chest-high water was,
right.
The roads were all closed off because you can't get cars down there. I mean, they had charities helping them out. Red Cross were there, and they had their 4x4 trucks, large trucks to transport people from one place to another. You couldn't actually drive a car down there. We saw people going in boats actually along the normal road.
Right. So what were you able to do then? You went down from Yorkshire, you got down there, you got waist-high water. What were you able to do?
So what we were doing is we were trying to create passages for people who have been cut off the villages. So we were laying wood chips along the river banks, transporting it across, and basically helping with sandbags and providing them to the residents. Just trying to make sure that water, so that they were giving them a little bit more defence against the floods of the water. So we were just helping, we were basically providing muscle power to the commanders down there, just helping them to make it a little bit more easier for the residents.
So the people that were flooded out, their houses, ruined, however deep in water, what arrangements had been made for them? Where were they going? They had to go somewhere. So where did they go?
Yeah, so, I mean, there was some residents who hadn't been affected that bad, had actually opened their homes to to other people. And also the volunteers, whilst we were there, they were saying, we have accommodation here. There was a local school just down the road. There was a pub down there. And people were just, gathering wherever they could. And the sense of spirit, it was just absolutely amazing, just to see all different types of people from all backgrounds coming together, all communities. And, I mean, it's a shame it takes a tragedy like this to bring communities together. But what we saw was the best of Britain there. Everyone, the spirit was so high, and everyone was just getting on and helping out as much as possible. We had youngsters, we had elders, people were giving up their half term to come and help there. So it was just nice, to get everyone there together.
So at a time when there was complete devastation and there was a lot of misery in a lot of ways, that the people actually came together and the morale, I suppose, was lifted by seeing people coming together.
You wouldn't think that there was something going on there, because the morale was so high. Everyone was in such a loving spirit there, and there was lots of organisations that were working there. We were just playing a small part in helping out there. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association was just a small part. There was the Khalsa Aid, who had been doing fantastic work. The British Red Cross were there, the Flag Organisation, and also lots of different volunteers from all over UK just coming together to try and help.
Small volunteer groups, like yourselves.
Yeah, and we're all just trying to play a part just to try and help those people who need our help. And
so you've been down last week. You went. Is that it, or will you be doing a follow-up?
No, we've been down last week from Yorkshire, but our youth organisation, we're spread from across the UK, so we have branches based from all the way from Scotland all the way down to Devon. So every day there's someone that's been going down there. So we have groups of maybe 10, sometimes 20, sometimes, at one point we had 150 people attending, and they're going to all the areas that have been affected by the flood, and we're just providing help with laying the sandbags, going out, helping the councillors to provide leaflets, to provide any kind of service, any small little job. People can actually get in touch with us. We have a website, muslimsforhumanity.org, and people are getting in touch in there. We keep checking the Twitter. We're looking at the Met office and also local other volunteers, the website. So we're keeping in touch with them.
I suppose when you're going to an area like that, where there is such bad flooding or devastation and danger, obviously there's going to be danger. If water's that high, there will be an element of danger. You can't just turn up, though, can you? You've got to organise it, and you've got to go through agencies and make sure that people know that you're coming. And it's not a case of you just turn up in your waders and say, "Here I am. What do you want me to do?"
To some extent, yeah, that's true. There are other things that people can do, because we're obviously working with those people who are in authority, and whatever they say, we're not just going out to places to where we're at risk ourselves. We're not putting our volunteers at risk.
Right.
So we're working with those who are in authority, and they're providing us the orders. We would like you to help us out in here. So people can get involved, because, like I said, there are certain things that we can do, like the sandbagging, like the laying of the wood chips. Anyone can come and do that. Those places where you have to go and deliver maybe leaflets to cut-off points, yes, you do need your waders. And our youth have actually gone and bought out waders out of their own pocket. They're making the sacrifice to go and help out, because we feel it's our social and religious responsibility to go and help them. So, but yes, you're right. You can't just go to certain places, and you do need the equipment. So if you don't have certain equipment, but if you're keeping in touch with all these organisations, they're actually telling you what you will need.
What you can do and how you can do it.
Exactly.
Okay. Right, so if anybody wants to join along with you, come along with you, how do they do that? How do they get in touch?
They can get in touch with us at our website, which is www.muslimsforhumanity.org.uk. They can get in touch from us there, and we've also got a Twitter account, which is AMYA_humanity, and they can get in touch there. We've also set up a Just Giving page now to help these people, because the work doesn't stop here. They're gonna need a lot of support for regeneration.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to contribute or come along and help us, you can go onto our website, and you can also go on our send a message. It's AMYA56 followed by your amount to 70070.
Thank you very much, Kamal, for coming in. I'm sorry for getting your name wrong. Kamal Aftab from the Huddersfield Relief Coordinator.
It's been a pleasure to come on, and I would just like to say thank you to all the volunteers. We are humbled by all the messages and thanks that everyone has given us, and we just like to thank everyone else, to playing a part to try and help these local flood victims, and we want you to remember them in your prayers. Thank you very much.
Well, that is Kamal Aftab from Huddersfield Relief Coordinator with the Muslim Youth Association and youth leader from Kirklees. It's heartening to know that even though the floods didn't affect us, there are still plenty of people in West Yorkshire who care enough to help those who are in peril.